What's up everyone, my name is Michael and today's video we're talking about 10 ways you can get clients for your social media marketing agency for free. So to start out, I want to say that I have personally used all of these methods and some have been more successful than others, but these are all the methods that I have personally used. So along with some of the methods, I'll be giving personal examples. To start out, the first way to get social media marketing clients is through networking events. Now, what is a networking event? Generally, there's tons of networking events that are going on that you probably don't even know about. There's local business groups, there's marketing groups, there's actually amazing how many different business networking groups, at least for me, are around where I live. And the way I find these groups, I go on an app called Meetup, and they have a business category where you can find local business networking events. And essentially, I just go to these events and I shake hands, meet people, and turn those relationships into clients. And this is done pretty well for me in low volume. I've gotten probably under 10, but still a few clients from doing this. And it is a good way to get started, especially if you don't have a lot of money to, say, run ads for clients or hire a salesperson. The second method to get clients for free is door-to-door pitching. Now, this is probably the least popular method to get clients because it can be quite uncomfortable and there is a learning curve, but it's also something you can do over and over and over again. And I've actually found that it works quite well. So essentially the way I do this is I print out a marketing flyer for a free audit or a free trial, and I go door to door to local businesses and I just give them a flyer, try to meet the owner, and generally it turns into a meeting where I can land a client. I found I can actually close around 25% of the businesses I visit, which is actually really good. And I might even make a video on this in the future to go more in depth with this method. The third method, the classic cold call. So I'm pretty sure everyone watching this video knows what a cold call is, but if you don't, it's essentially where you find an online business directory and you go through and call local businesses and try to propose to them social media marketing. In my experience, I find it works best if you try to get them on a free consultation or free trial. That way they're more welcome to the idea of it. This is another one of my favorite methods, cold emails. Now, a cold email is essentially just emailing a proposition to a business that you're interested in doing marketing for them. And the cool thing about cold emails is you can essentially make a giant list with as many businesses you want and just go ahead and email them all one by one using a template or doing custom emails, whatever you really want to do. Obviously, custom emails work a little bit better, but you can send more out more efficiently with like a general template. So that's really depends on personal preference. I do both, and I found that these actually do convert quite well if you do them properly. This method to get clients takes a little bit more time to develop, but once it's developed, it works really good, and it's kind of a passive client stream. And this is a personal brand. So if you don't know what a personal brand is, that could be a following on YouTube, a following on Instagram, Facebook, really any platform, but you can build a following where you have your relationships to the people that are following you. That's your personal brand. So for example, I have a medium-sized personal brand on Instagram, about 20,000 followers, and that attracts a lot of messages. People ask me how to grow their accounts. And when people message me how to grow their accounts, I then try to get them on a meeting and translate them into a customer. So by building social influence, that's a great way to have a passive client stream. Now this method, no one's doing this. It works sometimes, sometimes not, but it's super easy to do. And that is to put up ads on apps like OfferUp, LetGo, and websites like Craigslist for marketing. Now, I've told this to a few of my friends who do social media marketing, they just kind of laugh at it, and I've probably only gotten 2 clients doing this, but it's a free way to get your offer in front of people, and it's harmless. There's no reason not to do it. Just make a little flyer, put it on LetGo, put it on OfferUp, put it on Craigslist, renew it every month. You might get a client, you might not, but worst comes to worst, you only took like 30 minutes of your time, and it could land you one client who could make a big difference in your agency. You never know. Alright, another one of my favorite methods to get clients, or I actually use the most, is using freelance platforms. So I use platforms like Upwork and a few other smaller freelance platforms to go and find jobs where people are looking for social media marketing, and then I apply to those jobs. And the reason these do so well is these people are already actively looking for social media marketing, so you're just filling in their needs of your services. And especially if you actually run an agency and you're not just like a solo freelancer and you have like client testimonials, this gives you a huge advantage. And it's also free, and there's plenty of people that are putting up jobs for social media marketing, so there's huge demand for it. And It's really easy way to get clients. I actually get majority of my clients this way right now, so it's definitely something to check out. So another way to get clients is through making an affiliate program. So if you don't know what an affiliate is essentially someone who gets paid a commission for selling a product or selling a service. So you can find affiliates for your marketing agency where you give them offers of, say, 25% commission for every client they sign. And I have a few of these, and each of them gets me a few clients, and they keep a percentage and I make the majority of it. And it's a great way to get clients that you might have otherwise not had. And it's completely free to do, and I personally don't see any reason not to do it. Number 9 is a method I don't use very often, but I have friends who use it and I've used it a little bit. Essentially what it is networking in Facebook groups. So there's a lot of local business networking groups on Facebook, probably in the community you live. And essentially if you go in these groups and you network with people and send messages and just build a good relationship with people in the group and become kind of an authority figure in a group, it's very easy to sell your services to these other members of the group. Again, this is not one I use too much, but the concept does make sense and I have friends who use it, so it's certainly something that's worth a try, and I'd recommend giving it a go. Now the last method to get clients, it's one of the absolute easiest, is Instagram outreach. So what is Instagram outreach? That's where you take your personal brand, your agency's page, and you just send direct messages to local businesses or whatever type of business you're targeting, whether it's chiropractors, clothing brands, whatever. You just send out direct messages to them proposing your service. And you can do this over and over and over again throughout the day. And I found these actually have a higher conversion rate than like cold emails or cold calls, because people are more willing to be social on social media. It kind of makes sense. So that's a great thing to do. It's really simple, very easy. No reason not to try it. Alright guys, that concludes the 10 ways to get social media marketing clients for free. I hope that provided you some value. If you have any questions, drop them below in the comment section, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and like. I might be doing some more in-depth videos on just each method, so if there's any method you want me to make a more complex breakdown of, drop it in the comments and I'll definitely consider it. Otherwise, thanks again for watching and have a great day.